And welcome to another edition of A Shave and a Song, a show all about shaving with a straight razor while listening to some great music while we do it. How you doing, everybody? Hope you had a great week. I hope a new one is on the horizon as well, or maybe you're in the middle of it, or whatever, whenever it is you're listening to this program. I hope you're having a good week and enjoying yourself. Today, shaving with my Dovo best quality 6/8 with reworked scales, zebra wood. I am shaving with my own invention today. You can see it's just about gone, but I've got some more in downstairs. This is my own homemade shaving soap entitled Peppermint Twist, and I actually created some aftershave to go along with it. Peppermint Twist. That was my first attempt at aftershave. Didn't turn out too bad. And then some Clubman Pinaud. I like this stuff. It's not a start to the day without that either. So I chose Peppermint Twist today to kind of go along with the theme. I don't really do themes, but I'm having one today, I guess. You know, we're just so tired of the rain here. We've been getting a little bit of sun, then a lot of rain, a little bit of sun, a lot of rain, and we're just all ready for the summer. June is finally here, and so the theme for today could be summer or whatever. And Peppermint Twist, it's kind of a long roundabout way to get to the story. Peppermint Twist, because of the ingredients that make it up, gives a really nice cooling effect, especially when you're done and you rinse with cold water. Boy, you really get a really nice cooling effect to the system. So I've got the initial lather going here. I've kind of got it into my scuttle. So let's go ahead and whip it up in the scuttle a little bit and we'll get started for the day. So the song that I'm choosing today, I'm going way back into my vault, if you will. I'm going to go way back to a song that I remember the being introduced to the band. I remember their debut album that came out in 1984 is what I'm going back to. I'm going to wet the face down. Way back when I was a junior in high school, and those were the days when you grew up in a small town. At least the rural communities that I grew up in, everybody spent their Friday and Saturday nights cruising Maine. There was a strip, up and down Main Street, and everybody would just cruise Maine in their cars and all night long. And the town I grew up in had that too. I don't know if they still do it or not. Probably not, with the price of gas being the way it is. But I remember listening to a lot of great music on those Friday and Saturday nights, having a lot of fun, getting into a little bit of trouble every now and then. But anyway, this band came out during that time. The band's name is Honeymoon Suite. You may or may not remember them if you were around during that time. And even if you were around during that time, it's possible that you don't remember them either. Now, the band Honeymoon Suite, it's going to be a big departure from what I normally feature as far as music on the show. The style of music. It's, this is a bit more popish or 80s rock, sort of. The song, it's 80s rock with that synth sound to it. And if you were around during that time, or if you know anything about the 80s, you know that that's when the synthesizers really started to take over from, like a guitar solo would be a synthesizer solo, and they all have that distinct sound, kind of like a Korg or a Roland D50 or something like that. Let's start the shave, shall we? Now, Honeymoon Suite didn't always feature that synth sound, but in today's song, they do. I first heard of the band with their single, the one that made it to the charts in the US off that first album. The first album that they released was self-entitled, Honeymoon Suite, back in 1984. And they had a song that hit the charts called New Girl Now. And I think that's what introduced me to the band, got me to listen to the band. So when I bought the CD, which was a new thing at the time, CDs, fairly new. After listening to it, it was the song Wave Babies that I'm featuring today that really stuck with me. The band is a Canadian band. They hail from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. And that's kind of where they got their name from. They decided to name themselves Honeymoon Suite after the unofficial honeymoon capital of the world, Niagara Falls. They've had 5 studio albums since their formation. And they've had a lot of members. As a matter of fact, they've rotated members probably about as many times as the band that I was in back in the day. And that's a lot. They also performed the title track to the film that starred Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, Lethal Weapon, back in 1987, with their song Lethal Weapon. So those of you who still have a VHS copy of the movie, or any sort of copy of the movie, you can watch it, and at the ending credits, they will play the song entitled Honeymoon Suite, or I'm sorry, entitled Lethal Weapon, and it is Honeymoon Suite. Again, this kind of deviates, this sound kind of deviates from what I've been playing regularly on the show. But I think it's a fun song to listen to. It definitely demonstrates that 80s synth sound that was starting to catch during that time. Although there is a nice little guitar thing at the end that I always wanted them to expand upon, because I enjoyed where it was going, and then the song ended. So I really like the smell of this peppermint twist. It has eucalyptus, peppermint, and menthol, and it opens up the sinuses, get you going. It's a good shave. And then when I'm all done, I'll rinse with cold water, and woo, it's going to be fun. And that goes along with Honeymoon Suite's Wave Babies and the sun that's shining today. We are just doing everything we can to encourage a little bit of warmth, a little bit of regular sunshine, and June to begin. So here it is from their debut album, 1984. This is Honeymoon Suite from Honeymoon Suite album, and Wave Babies. Hope you like it. It's a good example of 80s synth. There you go. Wasn't that fun? A fun trip down memory lane. Even if you've never heard the song, you've definitely got the feel of the 80s type synth music. Takes you back, doesn't it? Makes you smile sometimes. Can take it in little chunks. All right, I'm gonna wash off with some cold water. It's gonna be breathtaking. Oh, woohoo! Something about menthol and cold water that just wakes you up in the morning. Get a great shave and we're ready to go. All right, so now let's put on some of the old Peppermint Twist Aftershave. Give it a little shake. Again, this is some homemade stuff. Here we go. Smells good. Feels good. I like it. I'm ready to go for the day. All right. Well, that's the show for today. I hope you enjoyed a little trip down memory lane back to the mid-'80s with whatever was happening back then, and it happened. Fun song to listen to. Honeymoon Suite. Nice fun band to break out of the old collection and listen to every now and then. And just like I said, for today, it makes you kind of feel good, kind of makes you long for the warmth that we so are ready for, at least here where I'm at. And it's just fun. That's what it's all about. Just having fun and listening to all kinds of stuff. So if you like what you heard today, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the alarm bell so you know when we release a new show. And leave comments. You know, hey, if you had a song, I don't care if you had a song that you particularly liked in the 80s or whenever time period you grew up in, put it in the comments section. You know, maybe I'll feature it in an upcoming show. We don't have to feature obscure stuff here that a lot of people or most of the population has not heard of. That just happens to be what we've been doing for the most part, just to give some variety and choices in the music field. I mean, we all know the popular stuff, but I would love to hear what you were listening to back in the 80s, even if you find it embarrassing now. It was part of our history. So let me know, and maybe I'll feature it in an upcoming show. Make sure you tell everybody about the channel, see if we can get others interested in it. We have a good time here. That's really all it's about. It's a weird show where you watch a weirdo guy shave, but at least you get to hear some music while we do it. So I think that's going to wrap it up for me today. Enjoy your day. Live life, everybody. Enjoy music. And happy shaving.